It feels so good. Anime fans are eating good this summer. With big returns like Dandadan and now Kaiju number 8 is back better than ever. I'm all in for it. But what are some of the changes that this episode differs from its manga counterpart? Firstly, Kaiju number 8 season 2 episode 1 titled Kaiju Weapon adapted 2.4 manga chapters, chapter 39 to 40 and then a few chapters of 41. Actually 4 pages of 41. Before we talk about anything else in this episode, can we talk about all the obvious callouts to real world monsters, gadgets and companies? Temu Amazon, Walmart Godzilla, Wish Gundam and knockoff PS5s? This is crazy. It really gave me a hearty laugh. None of these of course were in the manga, so it's just the anime being cheeky with it, but I'm here for it. Though this episode didn't throw us off the deep end like some other crazy zany over the top anime airing this season, we did get to see the new captain in all his glory killing off Walmart Godzilla like it was nothing. I thought that his weapon would be a full-on gun, but it's a really cool looking bayonet or something like that. I don't know, I'm not a gun expert, but it was really cool, right? Anyways, let me know what your favorite scene of this episode was. Mine was certainly when the new captain was being kicked in the royal ass for being a lazy ass bum. The anime really did a good job in showing the breakdown of the minutes that it takes to respond to a kaiju attack. Of course, this wasn't in the manga. Instead, we just cut to the fighting of the massive beast. As the first division captain was telling Kikoru what he needs from her, he gets a call which is 15 minutes after the kaiju had attacked. Once the kaiju is spotted, a specialized team is deployed to confirm the sighting, which is usually 8 minutes after. And then the Ministry of Defense would plan and coordinate the attack to neutralize the beast, which is followed by the team receiving the request and heading out while other means of defense are placed in order. And then the public is warned about the attack. Pretty efficient if you ask me. Now, one aspect of this whole thing that's always thrown me for a loop is the amount of money they must have spent in not only cleaning up, but also reconstruction of whatever city is destroyed once a kaiju attacks and then is killed. This must get pretty expensive over time, and I don't think our world as it is could do it. I mean, every country is in $1 trillion debt already. Where would they even get the money to reconstruct everything? Let me know what you think. Do you think that this is something that we could adapt to? I don't think so. I think we will all just die. You may have noticed that this episode only covered about 2 manga chapters, when other anime like Dandadan or say Demon Slayer usually cover about 4, give or take. That's because usually within a 23-minute runtime, it's 4 chapters that can be covered. Some anime can blitz through this and even adapt up to 10 manga chapters, but the pacing is usually 4. That's what I've noticed anyways. But since Kaiju number 8's first episode of the new season only adapted 2, what happened to all that blank space? Well, you guessed it, we got anime only exclusive scenes. For the first part of this episode, we roughly got 3 of those scenes right before Kikoru was introduced. First, we start out with Kafka having a dream that he turned into a kaiju and pretty much destroyed everything. Don't worry my guy, I have dreams like that all the time. The only satisfaction I get is that at the end of the dream, there was so much destruction. Oh well, moving on. Then we caught up with his old division, seeing Mina and Hoshina talk about what's been happening and the ministry's decision to keep him alive. And then we catch up with Reno and the others to see how they're doing and also how they're taking the news. They really aren't taking it well, but it's better than before an all-out panic. All were anime exclusive scenes, which I totally love, and I'm totally enjoying how things are playing out. And no, I didn't forget about the episode that came out before this with Hoshina's little day off. I just decided to completely ignore it, just not interested. But I know, it's only been 1 episode, but how are you finding the season so far? Alright, a decent amount of changes. Some I didn't highlight because they're so small and insignificant, it wouldn't even make sense. At any rate, they didn't change the overall story of Kaiju number 8. They kept on track with it pretty much. They deviated a lot from the manga though, and for good reason, right? I can't wait for episode 2. So let me know what your thoughts on this week's episode was. Leave a like and a subscribe on your way out. Thanks again for joining me, V Nation. I've been your host, Kyle. Peace out and stay safe out there.